Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you guys how to sublimate a round glass cutting board. So this is what it looks like. It's almost 8 inches round. It's got that tempered glass on top, and then it's got this white bottom. The cool thing about when you're doing the glass cutting mats, you don't have to mirror them, because when you set them on top, that image is going to just shine right through the side of this, okay? So I've already got this printed out. This is an image that is free over there on the Creative Studio. This was in there, so I thought it would be really cool to do something for Easter. So I just kind of adjusted a little bit. All right, so what we're going to do today, you can either use your heat transfer tape that I've talked about before, or you can use your Conde Pro Spray. So I'm really liking the Pro Spray. That's what I'm going to use. These are super affordable on Conde. I've talked about them sending us a few pieces. So we're just slowly still working with the sublimation stuff. It comes with the 4 little feet that we're going to put on after. So what I'm going to do off camera is, because I'm going to kind of do it on the side over here, is I'm going to take, you want to shake this up really well first. And then I'm going to spray this sheet just real lightly and then set that on top. It's going to help adhere to it and keep it in place. So after you spray that, you want to let it set for just a few seconds to kind of calm down, if you will. And then we're going to go ahead and just set this on. I want to make sure I don't have any fingerprints or anything, no lint. You could just kind of run it across your pant leg real quickly. So everything should be good. I'm going to have that laying down, and I'm going to go on top. So you want to stick it on the white. You see how this is just solid? That's going to go down, and then the tempered's going to go up. So what I'm going to do is just try to line this up over this. You could do it whichever way you feel comfortable doing. So I'm going to do mine like this, and now you can see that start to come through there. And I'm going to press down to get that on there really well. And then I'm going to flip it over, and I'll kind of rub it again just to get it really good. Alright, so now this is ready for the press. So let's go ahead and head on over to the press. Today we're going to be using the Nomex felt. So they sell these really thick pieces of felt. They also have rubber. It just helps with the pressing. This is going to cut our pressing time in half. So you want to go ahead and get that down first. And I'm going to slide this out, because I've showed you before that this slides out. Hopefully you guys can still see everything. And then I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper to protect our felt so we don't get any ink on it. So I'm going to get that on there just like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and set this on here just like this. Alright, so I have the glass sticking straight up. And then I'm going to put down another piece of parchment paper. Now, I've already adjusted the pressure of this for the mat. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that down for 3 minutes. So I'm going to set my time. And now we're going to go ahead and just let this sublimate. So I'm going to go ahead and lift this up. Alright, just like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and very carefully move this over to my table. Now you want to be very careful because it's going to be super hot, so you really want to have like some heat resistant gloves or something, some like oven mitts. But this is what I'm going to do, so I wouldn't recommend doing this, but this is what I do. I'm going to grab my paper. Here at my table, you can see that I have it like this. And all I'm going to do is very, very, very carefully knock it over onto this towel. So I flipped it up the other way. You can see that beautiful color. But when we flip it back here in a second, but I'm going to let it cool down, you'll see it the right way. So you can see the paper where we sublimated here. And then when my paper starts to get, hopefully you guys can pick that up a little bit. When my paper gets a little bit brown, I just go ahead and trash it. You want to take your little feet as soon as that cools down and get your feet on here. That way that's ready to go. With this, I highly recommend that you use some gloves. So I'm going to go ahead and flip that over so you can see how cool that is. Look how cool that is. So now I have a little cutting board. But you could monogram. You could do, you know, somebody's last name or whatever it may be, or whatever theme. Maybe you're doing chickens in your kitchen. But that would be just another addition. But I thought Easter would be really cool since that's coming up, and just have me a little Easter tray. But as soon as, I'm going to leave that upside down. And like I said, as soon as it cools down, I'm going to go ahead and pop my feet on. But that's pretty much it. It's super easy. I'll go ahead and show you really quick in the Creative Studio how I designed this. Okay, so over here in Creative Studio, this is for the sawgrass. So what I did was, you're going to go to Products. All right, so up here at the top, we're going to hit Products. And then you can simply type in what you're looking for. But in the search bar, I'm going to put in cutting board. All right, and the one that we have today that I'm using is the 7.87 round one. So I'm going to click on it. All right, so once it pops up, I'm going to click on that. And there it is. So what I did for designs, I went back into designs, but if you wanted to bring in something, like I said, from Etsy, you'd want to do that. But they have a ton of stuff that I've talked about before. What I clicked on was holiday and special events, and then I came down to Easter, right, and here they are. So there's a ton to choose from. So I just went in and found one that I liked. So it's this one right here, so I click on that. It's going to bring everything in. Then at this point, you can kind of play around with it, and they are in separate pieces. So I kind of pulled this up a little bit just to make it a little bit more even on the top. Same thing with the one, oops, let me undo that. Same thing with the one down here at the bottom. I kind of lined that up a little bit better. And then on the Easter, I came over here to the arrows and brought it down just a little bit so it fit better. I can bring that over, and then I was happy with that. Once I was happy with that, I would just, like normal, hit print and go through the process and print that out. So like I said, there's a ton of designs in Creative Studio for free, so you can play around with those and see how to do that. All right, so there you have it. Super cute, a nice cutting mat. Just another thing to sublimate. And yes, you can also do this with your Cricut Easy Press. Use the Pro Spray, that's really gonna help. Super easy, so there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.